All right, we're live. Good morning, Bears fans. This is your pre-game show, Everything Bears. I'm Ezra, and this is Drew.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, and let's get to the intro.
Bring that.
God, I hope we see those kind of turnovers today.
It's been the trend. Let's see if we can continue it, right?
Yeah. Tyler Huntley, now that it's official, was made official yesterday, but no Lamar Jackson today, baby.
No Lamar. Obviously, that's the big storyline for this week. Who's playing, who's not. We'll get ready to get into it. Plenty of stats, numbers, over-unders, all that good stuff. Get ready to come to you. So let's get this thing kicked off. What do you say?
Yeah. All right. I want to start it off with sticking with no Lamar Jackson. That's good that he's not playing because the Bears are having absolute injury problems of their own, and it's shit starting to pile up. Get us started on this one because I need some coffee.
Well, let's start off on a positive note. Swift is in this week, right? Let's keep this ground game going. I think that's going to be vitally important. The unfortunate side of that, Kyler is on injured reserve, so we know he's gone for 4 weeks. Braxton Jones, the only thing that could possibly affect us with him going on IR is his trade value goes down a little bit if the Bears decide that they want to move that piece.
Yep. Absolutely agreed on that one. The only thing his injury affects is his trade value. But yeah, I mean, just our secondary is just absolutely depleted. Going into the season, I was like, this is our strength.
Mm-hmm.
Like our starting two corners with Jalen and Tyreek. Like this is they're nasty. And you got Terrell Smith behind him at 3. And then the guy who's actually going to be keep cornerback 1 today is Nahshon Wright.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, we really have depth there. And then, of course, Kyler at nickel. They just broke him off, a big contract.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all gone. So our best 3 corners are out today.
Jalen, we know he's going to be out until December. Smith, he's IR'd, so he's done. Stevenson, I was checking on him. He's day-to-day, so we might only have to weather the storm for 1 week without him.
Yeah.
Hoping, whatever superstition you got out there, knock on wood, whatever, he's going to be back next week. It's a shoulder as a cornerback. Probably one of the better places to be injured as a cornerback. I'd rather have something upper body than lower body.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you could brace that sucker up, even though you might only be able to defend passes with one hand. It's better than no hands, I guess.
Yeah.
Sitting on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're going to turn it over to, we got Nahshon, McLeod, and Blackwell going to be men in the secondary. Kyler being gone, we talked about the impact that he had when he was in there. I think that's going to be felt more that way. So we might, on the other side, we might see Brisker up along the line of scrimmage a little bit more often. which isn't a bad thing. And the kid plays great up there, plays like a linebacker. Got home a couple times last week against Rattler. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's a good play. I could see Dennis Allen making that adjustment. Bring Brisker up in the box more frequently. Try to stop that
Especially with
run.
Derrick Henry back there. I think we're going to see that a lot. Just kind of talking it through. Makes sense to me. They can bring pressure. They can use them in run fits and stop at a big back. So
Yeah,
put two and two together.
a little bit unrelated to the game itself, but the Austin Booker situation's getting a little bit tricky because they have had him on a 21-day ramp up period, and that deadline when they need to claim him off of IR officially is Monday or Tuesday, and so he's not a go for today's game. Which, I mean, well, let's face it, he hasn't played all season yet, so it's not like his presence is going to be, oh my God, we really miss Austin Booker. But as fans, we wanted to see him because he had such a good preseason that maybe he could help jumpstart or add to this pass rush that is still struggling a little bit. But
I got to think here with Booker, they're just playing it uber safe here. Based off of what they saw with Kyler Gordon now, Jalen Johnson, where they brought him back for a half and now he's gone for several months. The kid's been practicing full practices for the last 2 weeks. He was out with a knee. I got to think here that they're only doing this just in the abundance of caution. It's the only thing that makes sense.
right.
So I don't think they're going to let him go. He's too much of a young prospect to just give up on him year 2.
Right.
Right?
Agreed. And again,
But
he
we'll see.
flashed in the preseason. I mean, we wanted to see him make a jump from year 1 to year 2, and then to see the production he had in the preseason, we were like, holy shit, like this could be it.
Mhm.
And he's hurt. So maybe we'll see him next week, but
It's an area of need pass rusher. So if he comes in with a glimpse of how he performed in the preseason, boy, would that be a welcome addition. We need to continue to see Montez, continue to move in the right direction here. We saw it against the Saints. Let's hope that, he's starting to round back into form because we need the help there. We definitely do.
Well, I mean, so despite our defensive woes there, the offense, like you mentioned earlier, that to have Swift back, or just at least know that he's a go today, could keep that. There's no injury concerns on the offensive side of the ball, so we
Got
really need
Kmet
to.
that's out, but
oh shit, that's right.
Yeah,
wow,
he's got back issue. But while we're on tight ends, we could talk about Loveland a little bit here.
Let's go there.
So, what was the knock on Loveland coming out of Michigan? Great receiver, maybe not as good in the run game, right? Not so fast, my friends, to quote Lee Corso. You look at what he did in that Saints game. Golly, that dude is not afraid to get his nose in it, man.
Okay.
You go back and you watch a little bit of tape on him and how he was handling D linemen on that Swift touchdown run. Gave Chase Young a huge shot with his left hand and then goes downfield to pick up number 1, which ultimately was the final block that sprung Swift for the touchdown. He was doing like circle motions and cutting DNs. He wouldn't blow him 2-3 yards off the ball, but in his position, as long as you're neutral and you don't get pushed back, that's a win for him. And that's one of the reasons why we saw the run game continue to be successful.
Right.
I was shocked. I didn't know the kid had it in him. Holy cow. Like he contributed more than just catching passes, and he had a couple big catches for him as well.
Right.
So Loveland, I think, based off of the play there and what he showed in the run game, he's now going to be a 3-down tight end. The only time he's coming off is if he needs a blow.
Right.
So good for him, man. I'm glad he's rounding out his game. If he can be one of those high end blockers, think of other good blocking tight ends that also can receive. Kittle
Mhm.
comes first to mind.
Sure.
Let's hope that he's in that mold.
Well, I mean, that's good, especially if he's flashing these things so early in his career. Typically it takes a couple
Mm-hmm.
years for tight ends to fully develop, and so if the kid's really flashing right now, you got me all fucking excited.
Yeah,
Because
I
we want to see the kid play a bigger role in the offense and take the next step. But I get, I understand that Cole needs his reps too. But with Cole out today, maybe quite possibly, can we see a little bit more of Loveland out there today?
maybe a little bit of a quote unquote breakout game.
Yeah,
8 grabs, close to 100 yards, maybe a tutty in there.
maybe a tutty, man. The kid needs to get his first touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
So nice. Keep
Yeah, I was gonna
going.
say that's exciting for me, man. Like you said, normally the blocking for young tight ends one of the last thing that rounds out. So as fans, even though he might not be catching 100 balls this year, we got to think of everything else that he does. And as important as the run game has been for us in the last 2 weeks, at this point, with us having so many weapons, the fact that the kid is blocking his ass off is probably more important than him catching 7 to 8 balls a week.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Hmm.
Because the run game really has been the thing that's really kind of vaulted us over the last 2 weeks. And you can look at all the numbers, all the stats, all that stuff. That's why we won those last 2 games. We talked
Yeah.
about Caleb last week and the woes that he had. Imagine if we didn't have a run game, we would have lost that game easily.
Yeah. I think that might have been a point of emphasis for Ben Johnson this week. Is that now that the run game looks to be a little more stabilized, Caleb, not to say that he's slipping, but he just didn't look as sharp and as he had like early on in the season. So I wonder if maybe they put some emphasis on Caleb Williams this week, so that today would be a great day for Caleb to shine. I'd like to see him do well today.
Yeah, I think one of the things that jumped off the page for me while I was prepping for the show in the last 2 weeks combined, Caleb has rushed for -4 yards,
Ooh,
right?
wow,
And
yeah,
compared to, I think his high watermark was mid 50s. So Commanders -2, Saints -2. Pull the ball down and get that 6 or 7 yards, young man. Come on. We talked about it in the midweek show. He kept forcing 7, 8 yard throws to the sideline that he's throwing these, piss missiles out there,
right,
hoping his receivers could bring him in. But, um, pull that down, get 6 or 7 yards, go to 2nd and 3 versus 2nd and 10 or 3rd and 10, and this offense will keep humming. I
yeah,
think that's what bogged it down against the Saints. We were in third and a little bit longer than what we were used to. This week against the Ravens, I think we got to stay in those manageable downs. The Ravens defensive line is pretty beat up. Their secondary isn't playing great, but they still got some players over there. Don't
yeah. I mean, they get
don't deny
Roquan
it.
back
Yeah.
today, so and it's against the Bears, so the dude might be a little bit chippy today.
Mm-hmm.
You
A little
know,
bit of extra motivation there.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Do you think maybe that you think the Ravens are going to dare the Bears to beat them on the ground, much like the last two opponents?
I think it'll be the opposite. I think the Ravens are going to stack up against
Stack
the
the
run
box.
and make Caleb beat you. Mm-hmm.
So this could be an opportunity for Caleb to shine if they put in a good week's work at practice.
Yeah, but the good news is you look at the Commanders, you look at the Saints, they also loaded the box and the Bears were still able to run on it.
Yeah,
So
that's
even though
amazing.
they're going to try to stop the run, easier said than done.
Yeah.
Because the Bears are working real nice, getting off of those double teams up front and working to the second level. We talked about it in the Saints game.
Yep.
3.5 yards before contact on the backs,
Yeah,
with
that's awesome.
another 3+ yards after contact.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
that tells me they're working downfield. Yeah, Roquan's fast, but the Bears have played a couple fast linebackers already. That's a recipe for success. You might not go for 200 plus, but if you're 150,
Yeah, that's
the
good
Bears
stuff.
got a good shot today.
I mean, that's a really good feeling when defenses know that you're going to run the ball, but they can't stop it. You know that you guys are really working well as an offensive line, and the backers hitting their holes on time and all that good stuff. That's great.
Mm-hmm. We saw it with the Commanders that broke their back. You know,
Yeah,
they knew that they were going to run it. Saints, same thing, 4-minute offense. They're up, and they just continued to pound the rock. Pounded it, just beat them into submission. And you saw later on in some of that film, especially in the Saints game, the secondary was tired of tackling backs. They kind of hung back there a little bit, making it a little bit easier for our O linemen and tight ends to get down
yeah,
there and put hands on them.
nice.
So I'm
So they were
excited, man.
getting fucking beat up.
Yeah, they just threw in the towel. They're like, it's another Saints week for us. F
Oh
this.
man.
Making business decisions, as they say.
So currently what you said that overnight the point spread had changed.
Yeah,
What?
so as I was looking last night, and this was probably about 10 o'clock last night, the over-under was 44.5. That hasn't changed. But the Ravens were favored by 1.5. When Lamar was supposed to be in there, the Ravens were 6.5-point favorites. And overnight, and as Bear fans, we should take great, you know, just be pissed off about this.
Yeah, it's a
The spread has
disrespectful.
increased. Yeah. So it went from 1.5 with the Ravens being favored to 2.5. Okay. Don't get me wrong. I'd rather see Cooper Rush starting for the Ravens versus
Right.
Huntley,
Right.
because Huntley's a little bit more of a dual threat. Cooper
I believe
Rush
he beat
just
us the
sucks.
last time we faced him.
Yeah. What was it? I think 2021. I actually went back and looked at some of those highlights for that game, and he beat us on the last minute drive.
Jesus. Okay.
And we lost
Oh
that game
no.
16-13.
Oh no.
Want to
That better not be a
take a
huh.
stab at who the starting quarterback for the Bears was?
Ooh, 20 and 21?
Yeah, 2021.
Wow. Fucking Mitch?
No, after
Okay.
Mitch.
Oh. Oh
The
no.
Red Rocket, baby.
Yeah, Andy
Yeah.
Dalton?
Andy
What?
Dalton. Yep.
That's why we only put up 13 points.
Exactly. At first, I was thinking, was that Glennon? But no, Glennon was a lot earlier. The neck.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, that's all I remember. We didn't go up against Lamar last time. And I think as a Bears fan, I was like, oh, shit, we got this. No
Mhm.
Lamar in there. Yeah. And then Huntley comes out and balls out on our ass. So that was kind of one of my keys on X. I'm posting shit like, just because there's no Lamar, the Bears defense cannot treat this game any fucking different, because Huntley still, he's mobile as well, and dude can throw the ball as well. He's seasoned enough. He's been in
Mhm.
the league long enough where if you give him time and you're not being disciplined in your coverage, he will slice and dice you. So
Yeah, and he's been with Baltimore forever. He had 1 year, I think 2023 or 24, that he went to the Dolphins, but he's now back to the Ravens. And he's been in that system forever. And he started a bunch of games for those guys.
yeah, because
So he knows the offense.
he's like their Timu Lamar.
Right. Right. Which, how in the hell did Cooper Rush jump him in the depth chart? I
Well,
mean,
so So that's funny that you mentioned that, because I did ponder that in my mind, where I go, well, maybe Huntley ain't shit no more. And so in a competition setting, as practices will be, Cooper Rush, they felt, was the better decision to go with, that gave him a better chance to win. So maybe, but get that shit out of my head. Because I'm
Right.
like, well, maybe we're just gonna we're gonna just bum rush Baltimore today. But no, I don't want to think that, not for a second. I'm not putting my guard down. For the Bears, for me, still, the Bears are still in prove it mode to me. Like, there's none of these games for the whole season am I gonna go, shit, it's a walkthrough. We got this shit. Like,
Right.
nah, not one game for this whole season. No, no,
With
no.
the injuries that the Bears have in the secondary, that really even the playing field for me. Um,
Yeah.
if they
Yeah.
were healthy like they were for the last 2 weeks on defense, one, I think we would see the spread probably the same going the Bears' way. But the fact that they're in Baltimore, home team usually gets an extra 3 points.
Right.
So according to Vegas, based off of that logic, this is a coin flip game. But I
At
agree
two and a
with you,
half
man.
points. Yeah.
Yeah. If the Bears could come out and get that dub today, man, that sets them up so good going
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
It puts us at 5 wins. The next 3 games are very winnable.
Yeah. Who do we have
We
next? The Bengals,
got Bengals, Giants, and Vikings
Giants.
after that.
Yes, man, we could rattle off the next 3 games. That'd be fantastic.
Take care of business today, right? We don't want to go looking too far ahead. Sports
Yeah.
cliche, sports
Yeah.
cliche.
Coach speak.
Right. If you handle business today, they're set up to really poise themselves for a legitimate playoff run. And man, just thinking about that, oof,
I know.
gets the juices flowing. Woo!
Ooh-wee. If the fucking Bears could punch a playoff ticket, man. Well, I mean, it's not out of the and check this out too, right? So, okay, Kyler Gordon goes out for 4 weeks. Hopefully, man, I swear, I hope after the 4 weeks he's good to go.
Mhm.
Because, like, if the Bears do squeak in and make it to the playoffs, I know I'm going way down the line here, but Jalen Johnson could be coming back.
Cole Kmet hopefully will be back. Let's
Yeah, I
be
mean,
honest here, guys. We could be set up pretty good. We could be pretty healthy.
absolutely.
Mm.
But first
Maybe-
things first, we got a battle today, so
yeah,
we're still
we got to
talking this
win
one
today.
through.
Another
36
road
of us
game.
in
Mhm.
the building. Thank you for coming. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for stopping in on this pre-game show. Pre-game show. Drew, you got anything on the smoker right now?
No, man,
Not
not
smoking
today.
today? No.
Nope. Doing pulled pork tacos when we were at Costco.
Ooh.
They had a pork shoulder that was marinated in green hatch chili. So
Oh,
I
what?
thought about throwing that on the smoker, but I'm being lazy today. We're gonna throw it in the crock pot and then
Yeah.
have pulled pork tacos. It
Fuck
sounds
yeah.
amazing. I'll let you know next week how it is, or maybe the
Yeah,
midweek show.
yeah. I've got barbacoa that I got from
Okay.
the supermarket. Yeah. So we're gonna be doing barbacoa tacos during the game for me. I could eat tacos
Nice.
every day of the week.
Who
Yeah.
can? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Honestly.
okay. Back to
Yeah.
football. So the Ravens here. A lot of talk about with those guys. Man, they're at a crossroads for their season. It makes me a little nervous, and this is why I think a lot of us Bear fans out there are sitting here with bated breath to see what happens today.
Right.
But they're a desperate team. 1-5. They're at a crossroads. If they lose, they basically have to win out for their season to be anything.
Yeah.
If they win, Lamar's supposed to be back. They double back for the Thursday night game. So that's most likely why the Bears got lucky in terms of them holding out Lamar. Kind of sounded like he was ready to go, but they're
Yeah.
going to hold him out because it's a short week. They're going to hold him out till Thursday. And obviously, I like our chances a lot more going against Huntley than Lamar. But like we said before, this isn't going to be a cakewalk.
No.
The Ravens aren't just going to go out there and hand them a W. They're still going to have to perform. And Huntley's more than capable.
Yeah, I mean, Baltimore's a wounded animal right now, and there's nothing more dangerous than a wounded animal. So
they're
and,
backed
and
into
then
a corner. Whatever.
and then
you
we're
wanna say.
not and we're not in tip top shape either. I mean, here the trade off was okay. I'll give you one Lamar Jackson for your 3 starting cornerbacks.
Mhm.
All right, ready, go.
And tight end. Let's see how this goes. Yeah.
Right, and tight end. God, man, I really hope Colston Loveland. I hope that's a mismatch for Roquan.
Yeah, I don't know how much Roquan will be on him, but I think the kid's a mismatch for just about anybody.
A lot of
They
linebackers,
lost.
yeah.
The Ravens lost some of their stud D linemen, so I think there's going to be holes there. And not to get ahead of us too much, obviously that's going to be, I think, one of the keys to the game. Bears need to continue to pound that rock, and we'll save the rest until the end of the show when we start doing our predictions and stuff.
Our
But
bold predictions.
yeah, I mean, if you want, we can at least unveil some of the numbers here. You want to do the tail of the tape?
Well, let's do some numbers.
Okay. So getting into it here, just kind of going off of what we have. Just like last week, we'll go over some of the key categories. First one being points per game.
Points per
Ravens
game.
are averaging 24. Puts them 15th in the league, right in the middle.
Okay.
Bears, we know, are averaging 25.2 last week. They scored a little bit more, so they're averaging 25.3, which puts them at 10th.
10th, yeah.
So they're a point and a third better than the Ravens. And the Ravens had put up with Cooper Rush for 2 weeks, I think.
Wow. Yeah.
Points allowed for defense. Ravens 32.3.
Woof.
32nd in the league. Dead last.
Yeah, dead last. Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Ow!
Yeah. But they were missing a lot of starters. Yeah, hopefully he has that super order around him today.
I hope so. But okay.
Bears giving up 25.8. 25th.
Oh.
Right. We talked about it last week.
All of that came in the Detroit game.
Yeah. I think their second highest total they gave up was against the Vikings, which was 27. And then the rest, they were below. Third down efficiency for offense. Ravens converting at 40.6%. 12th in the league. I mean, we can't be naive to think that a bulk of that wasn't Lamar. But sure. Derrick Henry probably had, his fair share in that.
Yep.
Compared to the Bears, 40.3, 14th in the league. So right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
It's got to be a little bit better, in my opinion. And I think the way that they can improve that is Caleb pulling it down and running. We talked about it almost ad nauseum over the last 2 shows. Get your 6 or 7 yards, son.
Yeah. Got to pick
Don't try to play hero ball. We don't need to gun it in. If we're moving the chains, we got more opportunities to feed the weapons outside. Let's go. Pull it down.
Absolutely. That's the most important thing. Move the chains. Move those chains. If you got to use your legs, do it. And
with the run game clicking like it is, we've been in a lot better positions to convert third downs. Still, though, man, the fucking penalties are still killing us. It's got to get fixed.
Yeah, so that's always a talking point since the start of the season. They have to clean up the penalties. Have to. And the refs aren't going to do the Bears any favors, as we talked about last show. I think the Bears are going to have to go for a very long stretch, showing that they're going to play clean football, no mental mistakes, no stupid fucking penalties before that whole narrative changes, because and it's always a drive killer. You know, anytime you're marching, false start. Okay, fuck. Now we're back 10. And then you don't get, you're settling for a field goal. When, especially if this defense is able to get turnovers, we need touchdowns. So
Yes.
no mental mistakes.
It's the pre-snap penalties on offense that are killing them. Defense, the Saints, I think, were the anomaly where they gave the Saints 3 first downs out of the 4 that they had in the first quarter, or maybe first half even. I can live with those aggressive penalties. These mental errors, these false starts, I don't even care about the holdings as much as long as A, they're legit, and B, you're saving your quarterback or
Right.
whatnot.
Right.
That's going to happen. The other guys get paid too. But these pre-snap penalties, my God. Anybody who gets more than one a game, okay, I'll give you one, right? We all get tired. We forget what the snap count is, or
Yeah.
you sneeze or whatever and you move forward. But man, these 3, 4, 5 penalties. Bears are close to averaging double-digit penalties.
Yeah.
90 plus yards a game. Maybe that's what I should
I'll say.
look up for the midweek show. I'll have those numbers for you. See how many penalties a week that they're averaging for the yardage. But like we talked about on Thursday, every 100 yards of penalty yards, like John Madden used to say, costs you 7 points.
About 7 points. Yep.
Right? And you want to see this offense go from scoring 25 to 30 a week? There it is.
Clean it up. Clean it up.
Clean it up. Man, like you just want to reach through the TV and give him the old Bart Simpson shake. Like, what are you doing, man?
Well, so there's also some little nuance to it where, oh boy. So 2 weeks ago we were away and there were no false start penalties because they were using the silent count. Last week we play at home. Now Caleb's using his cadence and motherfuckers are jumping off sides. And I think that's probably part and partial to Caleb's cadence not being consistent or the offensive line not learning his rhythm. So today we're away. So maybe there'll be less false starts again because they're going to be going back to the silent count.
From your mouth to God's ears, right? I hope you're right, man. Hey, but it's got to stop. And I think, kind of speak to your point, the offensive line might not be used to the cadence. I think Theo was the biggest, culprit in terms
Perpetrator.
of getting those false starts. So, I think there's a little bit of merit to that. The other 4 guys have been in place. But going forward, Theo's going to be there. So get your shit together, bro. You're going to be there the rest of the season. Unless something happens.
There was a nice little expose player profile on the Bears YouTube channel with him, which was pretty interesting. Good kid.
Yeah, he was the top-rated offensive lineman from Canada. He was the guy who had the Eagle Speedo in Hard Knocks, wasn't it?
That's when he's saying, "I'm proud to be an American," and he ripped off his pants.
Yeah. So he got
the
the nickname the Eagle.
Yeah.
I mean, that was given to him by that other coach whose name we
will
don't
not be mentioned here. No. Right. But then he also's got another bit where he pulls an earthworm out of his mouth to ramp up the guys. So he did that in college. He gave some old folklore story about about 2 fishermen. One was catching all the fish and the other guy was getting skunked. And so the guy who was getting skunked goes over to the guy who's catching all the fish going, "Hey man, like what's your secret? What are you doing?" And the guy pulls out an earthworm out of his mouth. And that's what he was using for the bait. I guess he was holding worms in his mouth. That was the secret? So he used that Canadian folklore story as a pep talk to his other offensive linemen up there in BC. Like, oh my God, you Canadians are a goofy bunch. But if it works, it works.
Right. Needless to say, I never pulled an earthworm out of my mouth in my days.
No, didn't get the
No,
guys hyped up by pulling out a worm, and
no.
because that's not because you're in America. That's why.
Right, right.
Okay,
That's
we
right.
don't.
We don't chew on earthworms for fun. We're more like beef jerky guys.
That's right. Bacon and beef
So,
jerky. That's what
bacon and beef
Americans.
jerky.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we run on.
Yeah.
And coffee. Well, most of us. I'm not a big coffee guy myself. I know you
No.
are.
Yeah. I need to cut down on the coffee.
Mm. I mean, don't they say, within moderation it has some health benefits? You'll be fine.
But if you drink it black, you
Oh.
start putting tons of sugar in it and all these other sweeteners and flavors and creamers, then it's not good for you. And that's exactly how I make my coffee.
Double extra sugar, double extra creamer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably
So it's
this
more of
much
like a
coffee.
latte at that point, huh?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
fair to say. Let's
Mm.
change the fucking subject. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right. So continuing on the tail of the tape, where do we left off on
We were
third down
leaving on.
offensive efficiency, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So third down D, Ravens giving up third downs at the rate of 41.9 versus the Bears 30.5. Bears are third in the league
Wow.
on defensive third down efficiency.
Yeah.
Part of that is, right, they're turning them over to the point probably before third down, and you don't
Yeah.
have as many. So if you get a few stops, you're good.
That's it. That's still a good number though, regardless.
Mm.
So when teams are getting to third down, we're getting their asses off the field.
It kind of amazing to think that stat's so high when we only have 12 sacks for the year. Because usually when you're thinking teams getting off the field, they're in third and 12, third and 15, 19, whatever.
Right.
But the Bears haven't been doing that, and they're still getting off of the field or only giving up third downs at 3 out of 10.
Well, there's been a lot of like stuffing runs. If they're in third
Mhm.
and one, we've stopped a lot of, they're trying to just run a straight fucking dive, and the Bears clog that shit up and they don't get the first down. A lot of pass breakups too, because the secondary's all over.
Yeah.
They're all over the place. So yeah,
It's
but you're right. Sack production, not the cause of that third down.
yeah.
That
So that's scary to think that say we do get Booker back and he can provide a third down spark or he's a rush specialist, whatever. Because even the Bears pressure rate isn't that great. So you get that piece. If we could get a little bit of reinforcements there, I mean, this defense could even take another step, which is kind of scary to think. Which
yeah.
I think moving forward, they're going to have to rely on something other than turnovers because even though we look at this team through Bears colors glasses, let's be honest, we're not getting 4 turnovers every week. That's just not sustainable.
But are we though? But are we?
Right. I mean, we're on pace right now for like 60 plus turnovers, which would be more than double the NFL record.
The NFL record. Well,
right.
Over unders. Anybody in the chat? There's 40 is in here. Everybody want to? What are we getting today? I'll set it. All right. I'll set it. 1.5. 1.5 turnovers. You going taking the over or the under? I wanted to say 2.5, but 3 is kind of hard to get.
Yeah, that's me personally. Throw my 2 cents in while we're waiting for people maybe to type. I'm going to say under. I still think they're going to get one, but I think Baltimore's going to run the ball, which Derrick Henry's been putting the ball on the ground.
Yeah, he's been a giver lately.
Yeah, and the holidays are fastly approaching, so
that's right.
Let's continue that trend, buddy.
Get your Christmas shopping done early.
Exactly. Get it done in October. We don't have to wait.
I'm going to take the over. Okay, I'm riding this high. All right, we're going to get
good for you.
There's going to be 3. There's going to be 3. It's Tyler Huntley. Okay, look it. I want you to picture Dennis Allen. He's sending 6, maybe constantly. No, 5. And every once in a while he sends 6. Tyler Huntley's going to fuck up. A ball's going to get batted, or he's going to just fucking force something, and Al Harris having these guys so set and ready are going to be opportunistic. 3 turnovers today. Book it.
Another, is he in on this turnover party?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Yeah.
will put Byard
Okay.
down for 1.
Tremaine Edmonds.
Tremaine Edmonds or TJ Edwards. One of our linebackers is going to get another one. And then I'm going to say that one of the new guys stepping in because the Ravens are going to test them. So it's either going to be Blackwell or McLeod. One of those two are going to have the third one. Or if one of those don't get an interception, there's going to be a fumble because, as we just said a second ago, it's almost Christmas time. And King Henry's giving out presents today.
Okay. All right. So let's do the same for sacks while we're, impact plays. I would say let's keep it at the same number.
1.5.
Sack and a half. You going over, you going under. I will give you this little nugget to, food for thought here. Ravens are giving up on average 3 sacks a game.
Are they? Okay. But we're not your average NFL team when it comes to pass rush, though. I'll take the under.
I figured I would confuse you.
Yeah, that's a good number, too, 1.5. I'm going to take the under. We're going to get 1 sack today.
With Tyler Huntley in there, I'm taking the over.
You're going to take the over. Well, how many? Got a bold prediction? How many sacks we walking away from today?
I'm going to say they do the average. I'm going to say 3. They got home 4 times against Rattlers, so let's keep this thing rolling, man.
Okay.
I'm going to say 3.
3 sacks. How are they? Are they going to come by the way of blitz, or is Tez going to finally beat a 1-on-1?
I'm going to say Tez, Brisker, and let's give one to
Jervon Dexter.
Yeah. I was debating if I wanted to go Dom Rob or Dexter, but yeah, we'll go.
Yeah,
Dexter here.
All right, I like it.
I don't think the Ravens' offensive line is probably above average, but I mean, I can't think of a single name off of that line. Their center's really good.
Their center is supposed to be like really good.
Yeah, he's one of the top centers in the league, if not the. But he doesn't play tackle. Doesn't play guard.
Right. I think I heard Jeff Joniak say that he's the best center in the league.
Yeah.
So,
Lyndon
like
Baum,
you said, that's his name. But he doesn't play left tackle, so he can only play one position.
Yeah. Yep.
So taking the over, taking 3 sacks.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm feeling optimistic today.
Yeah. Well, okay. If we combine 3 sacks, 3 takeaways equals Bears victory Monday tomorrow.
I would yes. Bears victory. It's a recipe for success. Yeah, taking your shirt off. Can't wait.
That's it.
Wait. No. Rewind this.
No, wait. Yeah. Not like that.
Right. Can't wait for a win.
42 of you in the chat. Check this out. So, in honor of the Wiener Circle, officially following Drew and myself now on Twitter, which thank you, Wiener Circle. We love you. Although you guys didn't ask for it, but you put out the challenge that if the Bears win, either against the Ravens or anywhere through the season, and Coach Ben Johnson takes his shirt off, you're going to give the city free hot dogs.
Yeah.
I said, and I said this earlier in the week before I knew Lamar wasn't going to play. I said, if the Bears beat the Lamar Jackson Baltimore Ravens, I'm doing my next show with my shirt off. And I don't want any hot dogs, and the city doesn't need hot dogs, but I'll do the show with my shirt off. I don't know if I'm going to keep my end of the bargain up because there's no Lamar Jackson. So do I still have to do it? Yes or no? Tell me yes or no in the chat if Ezra's taking his shirt off if the Bears win today. Or don't tune in to the next show.
Right.
We'll give the city free hot dogs if Ezra doesn't take his shirt off.
I'm going to stain my vote here because no matter what I say, I think it would be taken the wrong way.
But yeah, so okay. 3 sacks. That's where we left off. I'm cool with that. I'd be happy to see that. 3 sacks. Nice.
Mhm.
How
Yeah, I
about
don't know, man. I'm getting that vibe today.
what about on the offensive side of the ball? You got any bold predictions over there?
Hmm. Well, I think they're still going to be able to run the ball. I'm going to say 150 plus yards. Um,
Any touchdowns for the wide receivers today?
yeah, for sure. I'm going to say Caleb's going to throw 2 touchdowns today.
Caleb, two touchdowns. All right.
Yeah. He's going to
Okay.
go for 250, 2 touchdowns. Kind of what I'm thinking. I
Ooh.
think that's what they're going to need to kind of wrap this thing up today.
Yeah, so that's one of my keys to the game is I mean, I know we got a run game to lean on, and that's great, but Caleb has got to shine.
Mhm.
And even if again, maybe if he only throws 18 times, okay, but those throws, they got to count, they got to matter. And he has been for the most part. I think you brought it up last show, which was a great point. When it mattered, that's
Mhm.
when we really needed it. They executed. So that was awesome. But I want on top of that, I want just some razzle dazzle. Let's go. Like
Yeah,
dice them up a little
let's
bit.
see these big, 30-yard downfield passes again.
Yeah, let's get some
That
explosive
makes it
pass.
exciting. Mhm.
Absolutely want to see some explosive pass plays today. Uh Gets Colston Loveland. Let's get him involved a little bit. Since he is great at blocking now, he's just made himself more of a threat on the field because now the defense has to be like, well, he's not just on the field for run plays. This guy could catch balls and all that shit
Right.
too. So
I think one of the things when we're talking about the tail of the tape to kind of back up what we were talking about turnovers, Bears, we know leading the league plus 11 turnover margin. They got 4 more last week. They only gave it away 1. The Ravens -7,
ooh,
32nd in the league.
it's Christmas in Baltimore.
That's right. Christmas is coming early, baby.
It's
And it's hopefully
Christmas.
coming the Bears' way.
Fire up those blue crabs, boys, because it's eating season
Right.
in Baltimore.
That's right. All right. Continuing on rush yards. I think if the Ravens are going to do anything, this is where they got to do it. They average 126 yards on the ground,
Mm,
10th in the league, even
yeah.
though the last 2 weeks they've had zero resemblance of a passing game. The Bears, after the last 2 weeks, 129.3 yards per game, top third of the league, 10th.
Ooh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I bring it on, man.
Well, yeah, they're gonna have to bring their hard hats today, though. Today's a mountain of a man. They're gonna have to gang tackle all
Yeah,
game. All
I
game.
think, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, and I don't want to jinx us like this, but I think they're going to have to order extra ice for the ice tub for the defense this week,
Yeah.
right?
They
I
I
think
wanna see
Brisker's
I
going to
wanna
be sore,
hold on. I wanna see the whole starting 11 with the Guardian caps on.
right?
They all come out with the Guardian caps.
uh,
Like, yeah, we're gonna fucking tackle your ass today, you big son of a bitch, you.
yeah. And then finally, passing yards per game, Ravens 183, just abysmal the last few weeks without Lamar. Compared to the Bears averaging 217 yards,
Mm,
14th in the league. Ravens are 28th. So on paper, I mean, the Bears just look a ton better.
yeah.
But in reality, I think this game's a lot closer than maybe what the tail of the tape says. Even without Lamar, it's I don't want them to come into this game thinking that it's a win. And I don't think Ben Johnson will let the
Yeah.
guys do that. I
No.
think they have enough veterans to where they'll make sure that they try to pose themselves in the underdog light. And they
Right.
don't have to go very far. And Vegas thinks they're an underdog. So, you know,
Right.
roll that into the nation thinks we're going to lose. Whatever you got to do, whatever bulletin board material you got to manufacture,
Right.
get it done. You know,
Also too, a lot of the roster that we have this year is the same roster that was on the team last year. And all they got to do was pull from their experiences of last year to go, yeah, there were so many games we either should have won, we were winning, all the
Could have
things.
won. Yeah, woulda,
Yeah,
shoulda, coulda, right?
all of those. And then it came out with a loss. So they probably have that nice and fresh. And they're going to go in today's game knowing that it's business time.
Well, last year they only won 5 games. They can match their win total by the end of the day today. Use that for motivation. I don't care. You guys need me to write your bulletin board material? I'll do it. But I mean, man,
Follow them on Twitter right there at the
yeah.
Wedge 58.
Come on,
You-
at Chicago Bears. I'll give you whatever you need.
Hell yeah. Okay, so like you said, in those metrics and analytics, we're ahead on a lot of it. Looks good on paper, but like you said, going out there on the grass and making it happen is something totally different.
This isn't Madden. Yeah, it's a real game. That's why they play the games.
Yeah. I'd like to see the Bears now. Again, here comes Meatball Island over here. But I'd like to see the Bears jump out ahead quickly, get on them fast, and make those motherfuckers abandon their run game.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, with King Henry, I don't think if you're the Ravens, you ever abandon that because
Yeah, you
how
don't fully
many
abandon.
40, 50 yarders that guy's ripped off
How he's
after
made a
breaking
lot of
3 or
house
4
calls.
tackles.
Yeah, he's made a lot of house calls in his career.
But you can limit his carries if you get up early. You know, that Saints game, they led that game 54 and a half minutes. The only time they didn't lead that game is when it was 0-0.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get another one of those performances. Let's lead the game for, let's give them 7 minutes to score. So we'll say 53 minutes this week.
Yeah, from wire to wire.
Mm-hmm.
They had that game under control. I'd like to see that today too. That'd be awesome.
We're, kind of keeping in the coin toss theme, if you want my 2 cents, if the Bears win the toss, I think you defer this week. Take the ball in the second half. Mm-hmm. A little bit of strategy there.
I agree. Yeah, the Ravens, again, you're dealing with a very well-coached team. So for me, taking the ball back at the second half is totally the way to go on that. How many times has it been where, oh God, as Bears fans, how many times have we lived this situation where on paper it looks like, oh yeah, we got this, we can win because the other team is hurt, but they're a good coach team, right? And we end up losing because we get out coached. It wasn't personnel, it was we got out coached. And so today's kind of one of those games where Harbaugh is, again, one of the GOATs. So he can take a battered and beat up team and coach them to a victory if our defense or our team in general is asleep at the wheel. So but the Ben Johnson effect, though, this guy's a fucking, he's a dude too, as we're learning from week to week.
That makes me a little bit more excited about the fact that we can match up in this game because of the Ben Johnson effect. He's going to go toe to toe. He's got a good game plan. Yeah, Harbaugh's roaming on the other sideline. And that's one of the reasons why I think this game is going to be closer than what the tail of the tape may say. But like you said, we got the dude too.
Yeah, we got a dude. We finally got a dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of touching back on that coin toss, if you guys are wondering why I think the Bears should defer, why not put your best unit out there against a team with a backup quarterback? That's kind of the thinking there, as you're kind of going, that's some of the stuff that you think about. There's a little bit more strategies than just, we want the ball or we want the ball coming out of the second half. You kind of got to think how you're going to be able to set the tone best. And for the Saints, like I was saying, get the offense out there. They've been giving up points early. With this game, you get your defense out there, you get an early stop, and then it's like receiving the ball twice, right?
Yeah.
You get the ball back if you could score first, and you get the ball coming out of the second half. Those are big, huge momentum swings that you could do. And if you want to set the tone, I think that's how you set it this week.
Yep, agreed. Yeah, that's a dream scenario. I mean, that's the best thing to defer and then 3 and out them. It's like
Yeah.
it's like you won the toss and received it.
Mhm.
That's when you start
Or
jumping
you
on
turn
them.
them over right away. That's a
Or
good way to
that,
set the tone.
huh?
Get
Yeah,
one of those turnovers out of the way right away.
man, oh man, I'm getting all tingly inside.
Yeah.
Like get one of those 3 turnovers out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know this coaching staff, man. Again, I'm just feeling confident on that because it's not, it's not just Ben Johnson alone. This coaching staff, Dennis Allen and his team. You got Eric Bieniemy with the running backs coach, and Antoine Randall L with the wide receivers, and Al Harris with the DBs. I mean, this coaching staff is like an all-star team he picked.
Right. And they've all been there before. So they should be able to stay out of the quote unquote trap games or let down
Yes,
games, whatever you want to call them. I
right.
mean, those guys know they've been in enough of them. They can draw back on enough experience to where they can be like, you know what, let's go. They can
Yeah,
also draw on that experience and be like, hey, this is a wounded team backed in the corner. Be ready.
yeah.
If you're not
Super
ready to
dangerous.
play your best, you're going to get beat.
Yep, like super dangerous team right now
Mm-hmm.
because of that 1-5 record. They're staring down uh the end of their season down the barrel of a shotgun now today
Yeah.
to go 1-6. Like you said earlier, they'd have to win out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like you don't
I'm
want to be
curious.
there as a team this way this far into the season. You want to win out now. You don't want to be there.
Yeah, I wonder how many 1-6 teams have made the playoffs.
Ooh, look,
I'm looking it up right now. So,
it's got to be low. It's super low.
yeah, if any at that point.
Oh, if any, right?
I mean, it's got to be no team that has started a season with a 1-6 record has ever made the NFL playoffs. Only
Yeah.
4
So,
teams at 1-5 have made the playoffs.
see, so
And
you're
even
saying there's a chance.
yeah. Last year we'd be saying that almost right. No, well, last year we were 4-1 at one
4-2.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, we were 4-1 at one point. Yeah.
1-4 teams have made it only 16 times. So yeah, they're if they go 1-6, statistics say the Ravens are not making the playoffs.
Yeah. Dangerous team today.
Mhm.
Dangerous team.
They know their season's on the line. Gives them a little bit of extra motivation.
Yeah, they're going to come out with some fire and juice, intensity. That's for sure.
They
There's going
have
to be
to. And if they come out flat, oof, that I don't
if
know.
the Bears come out flat.
No, the Ravens.
Oh, if the Ravens
It
come out
just
flat.
means
Oh yeah,
they
that's
threw it in the towel already. They
they're
know.
like, yeah, we're done. We giving
Mhm.
up. I don't think they're gonna though because like, they just Jim Harbaugh is not gonna. He's not gonna let them.
No,
John Harbaugh, not Jim. Sorry, John. He's not
too
gonna
many
let them.
veterans over there. Mm.
Yeah, and they've been through it. You can never. This is like how some of the greatest championship stories are made. They were 1-5, and they fucking ran the table and made it to the
Mm.
playoffs. And then you know what I mean? Like, let's not be the team that starts that fucking
Right.
snowball.
In the beginning, the 1-5 Ravens staring down the barrel of
Yeah,
playoff absenteeism came across the Chicago Bears on a cold October afternoon in Maryland.
you can
No,
already hear
we
it
don't
on
want that.
NFL films, right?
Right.
It's already on NFL films. Golly.
Right. We want the narrative to be the Chicago Bears
This-
rolled into Maryland,
There you
facing a
go.
1-5 team on their way to a deep playoff run in the 2025 season. That's what we want the narrative to be.
that's the narrator we want.
Right.
Fucking A, man.
Let's not give it
Oof.
up. Come on, guys.
It's no.
We deserve this win, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, the guys they've been working hard. We went 0-2. You're on
Mhm.
a you're on a
4-game heater. Yeah.
yeah. Come add to that. Let's go. Just add. Keep adding that. Keep
Why
that
can't we
energy
rip
feeling.
off 8?
You know, that feeling, that rush that you get in the locker room with the good, better, best, motherfucking yeah! Like
Never let
you
it
want to
rest.
you want to feel that every week, then you know what to
Mhm.
do. You go out there, you dominate, and you take no prisoners, man. Just
Mhm.
move. Yeah. I'm pumped. I
If
want to run through a wall right now.
I know, is it noon yet? Come on, man. 2 hours away. Whew.
45 of you in the chat. We almost had 50 for a second there. Thanks for joining. Appreciate having you. Again, anything you guys want to rap about, let us know. Put it in the effing chat. There's a chat button at the bottom of the stream. You hit that and you type in there and you're like, I love you guys.
I hate
Or,
Derrick Henry.
yeah.
Go Bears. I don't care. Type anything.
Tell us your thoughts. Tell us your bold predictions. You got anything you want us to? We'll have your back on it. Or if it's something retarded, we'll tell you it's retarded. You know.
If you guys are searching for a topic, let's throw this one out. Are the Bears going to keep Derrick Henry under 100 yards today? Rushing.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Yeah. Get that one going. Well, the Bears.
Bears rush defenses look a lot better. Look at what they did to the Commanders.
Yeah. So I like that topic actually.
Mhm.
If I were Dennis Allen and there's no Lamar Jackson, I'm doing just that. I'm telling the Ravens, Derrick Henry's not beating me today.
Mhm.
If you're going to beat us, it's going to be Tyler Huntley. He's going to have to throw it all over the fucking field because Derrick Henry ain't getting over on us. Not today.
Right.
No.
With the fact that the secondary is so beat up, I hope that they still have the confidence in which they can stack the box a little bit. I think Brisker, we talked about it a little bit earlier, is going to be the key guy there.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I'd rather take my chances with Huntley trying to beat me versus Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, put the ball in his hands, and if the kid beats you, he beats you. If
Yeah.
not, you know, we got to rely on the next man up mentality. So McLeod, Blackwell, you
Yeah.
know, it's your time to shine, man. Let's see what you got. You're on the roster for a reason.
Yeah.
So now you get some meaningful minutes, meaningful game. Show us something, man. Like you said earlier, one of those two guys getting a turnover. Think of what that does to the sideline and,
Ooh.
you know, kind of strings out your depth a little bit so that we can weather the storm.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, there's a lot of good storylines this week, man. A
There
lot of
really
good ones.
is. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And that's what it's going to have to take today for the next man up. Absolutely. At the ball out today, it's going to be one of those things too where it's not just a cliche, but I mean, this is the life of the NFL. Players
Mhm.
get hurt and the next people come up and then they get hurt and then the third strings come up and you got to ball,
Well, look
right?
at
You
what the
got here.
Lions did last year, right? We compare the Bears to the Lions all the time. How
Yeah.
decimated was their defense?
Yeah, bad.
So, what
Bad.
do you think? You think the Bears are going to keep Henry under 100?
Oh, wow. Yeah. So depending on how they use them and how much they use them, I can see him getting 100, even if we are stacking the box,
Mhm.
because because the because the Ravens offensive line and Derrick Henry being Derrick Henry, like he's gonna get his fucking yards.
They're not afraid to feed him the ball 30
No,
times a game either.
right,
I agree
right,
with you. I think it's going to be real tough for the Bears to keep him under 100. But I also think that the Bears could still win this game even if he does go over 100. Now, if he's going for a buck 50 or above, that's a different story.
yeah. So I don't. The optimistic Bear fan says, "Oh yeah, we'll keep him, 70, 80 yards." But I don't know. The realist is like, I don't know, man. He's probably still going to get his 100.
Mm-hmm.
He might get 110.
We get Grady Jarrett back this week,
Oh, that's right.
so that helps. A little bit more of a rotation.
Right. And Billings is there. Billings is healthy.
Mm-hmm. I
Billings
think
is
we'll see
he's
a
a
lot
run.
of Billings.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's a run stuffer. And I think, man, what a matchup, huh? It's a unstoppable force meeting an immovable object.
Yeah.
Billings and King Henry.
But Billings plays in the inside, so he's going to be dealing with the center quite a bit.
Yeah. I
Same
did
thing with
hear.
Grady.
I heard Tom Thayer say in one of his keys to the game was, which I thought was pretty insightful. He said, just clog up the middle and make Derrick Henry have to keep bouncing outside.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a good game plan. Just clog up the middle and make him go outside.
Mm-hmm. If Byard is too worried about tackling versus picking balls off, it's going to be a long day.
Oh, yeah. Or Brisker, too. What if Brisker decides to lead with his helmet today because he wants to clean Henry's fucking clock?
Let's not
Ooh.
jinx the kid. I almost
Let's not
jinxed him
do that.
earlier, and I had to change lanes right away. I didn't want to jinx the kid.
Oh, well, I did it. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, thanks, man. We don't need
No, look,
another person for the secondary going down.
he's been healthy. I'll knock on wood. Okay. And he's been adjusting. We talked about this before on a past show. He's adjusted his technique.
Mhm.
So he could still hammer Derrick Henry and not hurt himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
I
going to be
think,
a long day for the safeties if they don't want to.
if we're
Hopefully
gonna,
Derrick Henry doesn't get that far down the levels
yeah,
to reach them, I hope.
yeah, let's hope that the linebackers and D line can take care of them up front, kind of like they've been doing. The
Yeah.
Commanders came in with the best rush game. They shut that down. Saints only had 4 yards rushing in the first half or whatever.
Yeah.
44 for the game. They shut that down. Different style back, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I think the Bears are a little bit more suited to stop the big guy versus the fast, quick guy.
Okay, yeah. Right. I agree
But,
with that statement.
kind of sticking with the offense, let's talk about the passing game for the Ravens a little bit. Zay Flowers, obviously the biggest weapon that they have. So I'm guessing Wright's probably going to draw that assignment. Super fast kid. He's coming off of, I think he had a knee injury late last year, didn't he?
Good question.
I'm pretty sure he did, because I think he was out in the playoffs. They got D Hop over there. Zay Flowers, just looking at the stats right now, far and away their best receiver, 423 yards this season. The next is D Hop, 178.
Is he playing today?
D Hop? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think the only person who's out is Lamar. And the Ravens injury report was pretty clean, especially compared to the Bears, but probably just about anybody's injury report would look better than Bears right now.
Yeah, huh?
Mark Andrews, their tight end, the guy that they wanted to run out of Baltimore last year for dropping that pass against the Bills, he's 174 yards. So they have some weapons. Mark Andrews historically has been one of the better tight ends. He's starting to get a little bit older as well, but still very effective. So I think Zay Flowers in the pass game obviously is the guy that needs the most attention. And with the fact that the Ravens like to run the ball so much, you force a little bit more one-on-ones there, and that's an opportunity where the Bears might be exposed a little bit. But Byard, man, he's the eraser this year. I mean, he's been sideline to sideline. So let's hope that he can continue to kind of hold that secondary down. And like you said earlier, let's see if we can get him another turnover, another pick this week.
Yes, sir.
Just kind of going through here. Justice Hill, Bateman, couple other receivers there. D-Hop's got 9 catches for that 178 yards. Oof. So he had to have a couple long ones in there. Longest 41. 19, almost 20 yards per reception. Bateman, only 11 grabs. Justice Hill, I'm pretty sure, is a running back. He's their third down back. Make sure I'm not giving you bad info. Yeah, he's the third down running back, number 43. So they like to throw it to the running backs, which I think bodes well for the Bears because they could cover backs out of the backfield fairly well with Edmonds and Edwards. So nothing earth-shattering outside of Zay Flowers. Definitely has got to be the one that they focus on.
Absolutely. Well, D-Hop ain't no slouch either, man. He's a savvy vet who can, especially with a young, inexperienced secondary, at least at corner, he could have himself a day too if the Bears again aren't watching and reading their keys and playing disciplined. He can get off too.
Yeah. So this offense still has weapons, man. I guess is kind of the bottom line.
Do you?
As we're sticking with offenses, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, while we're sticking with offenses, you want to do a little bit of Bears prediction, who we think might be able to break out a little bit or might have himself a day.
Bold predictions for the Bears offense today. Wow. It's tough because of we've got so many weapons factor. I mean, DJ's overdue, to pop off. I mean, will the Rome
that name
thing
makes me
back
smile
up?
Because that was the first name that came to mind for me.
Yeah, I mean, DJ's definitely overdue to have himself a game, man. A couple touchdowns, 100 yards kind of deal. But you got Colson Loveland. Even, do I say the Luther Burden? Or again, or does the Rome thing just pick back up where they left off? They had a little hiatus the last couple of weeks because of the run heavy style offense that we've been running. But a bold prediction. I'm going to guess Rome. I'm going to go with Rome. Rome's going to come back and have 100 yards today. At least one tutty. At least one. 100 yards.
Okay.
Moving the chains type of deal. And a touchdown. That's probably my bold prediction.
I was thinking between Loveland and DJ. Typically, if you're putting good stuff on film, the football karma kind of comes to you, and Loveland's hard work gets paid off at some point. But man, I think we're gonna see a vintage DJ game today. I hope we see a vintage DJ game.
Okay.
10 receptions, 120 yards, touchdown. I'm feeling it, man. Even though he's got the hip and everybody thinks he's down, I'm feeling DJ-ish today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then, how about how about quarterback performance in general? Then, if we're both picking receivers to have the big game, does that mean Caleb then, by extension, has a fairly good game himself? I think you said it earlier. I think you gave me
I definitely
prediction.
Yeah, 250, 2 touchdowns.
250s, 2
if you consider that a bounce back, I think it's going to be hard for him to go 400, especially if the run game is just popping off. Because I don't think that they're not going to be in a position where they have to keep pushing it down the field. I think the run's going to set up the pass like it should be, play action. I'd like to see a few more of those chunk plays. It might be more of one of those where you're hitting receivers 8-10 yards down the field and they get a little bit of yak there. I mean, the Ravens got some dudes in the secondary too. They're just not performing or putting up the stats that they've had in previous years.
How many times do you think Caleb gets sacked today?
I'm going to say 2.
Twice.
I think 2 is fair on that. I think Roquan, I think, is going to get one of them.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah.
Using that motivation for sure.
He is one of those guys you send in on blitzes. Bears were great at sending him on blitzes. So a couple times.
But with all
That's
that
fair.
being said, yeah, I think, the Bears will be able to handle that and overcome that a little bit, especially if they can run the ball and keep that. They'll be fine.
Agreed. How about a rush? Did you give a guess on what you think maybe like what our rushing game would look like today? Are we going to do a nice heavy dose of both Swift and Kyle Monangai again?
Yeah, I think you're going to see a similar split from last week. Probably like a 60-40 split, Swift, Monangai. Hopefully we have 2 backs to where you can ride the hot hand a little bit, which we've seen. Yeah, good old ground and pound there, baby.
Yeah.
Whoever's riding the hot hand, especially with Swift being a little dinged up and nursing an injury, I think if Monangai is running tough, maybe that gets a little bit more to 50-50 or flips the other way, just to take a few carries and a little bit of wear and tear off of Swift, because I almost hate to say this, has he been the offensive MVP so far this year, Swift?
I would say so. He's probably been the most consistent.
Yeah.
And just with the last 2 weeks alone, I mean, he's playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, it's interesting to say, right? We all want to say Caleb or Rome, especially after the first few games, but I gotta sit there and say Swift is the dude right now.
Yeah, I'm looking up where is he with and he probably got a bit of a late start because our rushing attack early on in the season was not good, but he's been doing well. I wonder who the top rushers are in the leagues right now. Where does he measure up to? Wow, Jonathan Taylor is balling right now.
Yeah, the kid's having a good year. Well, I think even early on, even though Swift wasn't getting a ton of yardage on the ground, he was still a weapon in the pass game. Think about all the early season checkdowns that Caleb had going for the easy completions, which I think is one of the things missing in his game right now. He's passing up the layups and then, looking for a little bit more difficult throw, and his completion percentage shows that. So if he gets back to that and Swift is catching a few more out of the backfield, I'd love to see what Monangai could do out of the backfield. It seems like he's got a decent set of hands to where they can utilize him the same type of way. But where's if you got it pulled up, where's he sitting right now in rushing, Swift?
So Swift, he's currently ranked 17th in the league in rushing yards. 89 attempts, 419 yards. Derrick Henry's Derrick Henry's only 2 spots in front of him. He's at 15th with 88 attempts, 439 yards.
89 attempts in the first 6 games. Okay. So he's getting what is that? 10, 12, 13, roughly 13-ish carries a game. That's it?
That's it, man.
Okay. I mean, obviously the first few weeks and against the Raiders, I don't think they rushed a whole lot. But as we move forward, I think that number will go up. I think Derrick Henry, especially over the last few weeks, they've obviously been keying on him because the quarterback situation was abysmal with Cooper Rush. Why do you have to suck so bad those first 2 weeks? And we get Tyler Huntley, huh?
I know.
I mean, I saw one game he threw for three picks. That's the type of guy we want. to play against there. Take
I
my
mean,
chances with Cooper Rush all day.
he's averaging 4.7 yards a carry
I don't doubt it.
on the season, so I'll
I
take
think
it.
they had 2 rushes of 20 plus last week, and I think they only had 3 on the season. But it seems like every time, I know Swift has had a handful that have been in that 14 to 19 range. I can think of 2 or 3 right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
So even though, they're not breaking the quote unquote, well, like most explosive runs in most places are 10 yards or more. So I didn't see the breakdown on that, but I know that 20 plus yard rushes, it's been 3, 2 of them coming last week.
I
So
mean,
let's see that trend continue. 1 or 2 of those runs a week.
yeah. And he's a fucking weapon out of the backfield because he's got 16 receptions for 166 yards. That long 55-yarder he had for a touchdown.
Commanders. The lucky one?
The luck one, yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
The fuck that guy.
Fuck you, Troy Aikman. We're thinking the exact same thing. Fuck you.
I didn't even want to bring it up.
Right.
Yeah, that was just kind of lucky there for the Bears. Yeah, luck.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hey.
What an asshole.
Good old Aikman and Buck.
So yeah, that's good. How does
you want to, as you're kind of looking up those stats, you looking at team ranking stats or individuals?
I have not. Yeah, I was just looking at the league's rushers here.
Mm.
I mean, he's
So out
ahead
of
of the likes
curiosity,
of yeah.
what did Taylor have? I know
Oh
he's
boy.
both everybody, but
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, dude, he's 697 yards on 131 attempts, 10 touchdowns.
131 attempts.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of injury issue. Colts got to be careful there.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean
That's
that's
a lot
what,
of
40 attempts more than Swift has, and he's middle of the pack. Oh, okay. Well, do you, Colts?
yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean
they're
that
6-1, so who am I to say that they're doing something wrong?
sure.
They're
Yeah, there's
probably
something
top of
there.
the power rankings in the NFL right now, which how
Yeah.
weird is that to say?
Super weird that the Colts.
Yeah, a non-Peyton Manning led Colts team that's first in the power rankings.
I
Danny
thought they were gonna
Dimes?
be in quarterback purgatory for a long time. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said Danny Dimes. Somehow
Danny
he's
Dimes.
rejuvenated.
Had a drink of the McConnell Kool-Aid and came out the other end looking okay.
I know. How
Is
about
New
that?
York just that bad of a situation that it was just that bad? I mean, Dable seems like he's a guy that kind of has his shit together and
Right.
can run an offense. I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, there was a short time period there that when he was available, I wanted the Bears to hire him, but
Dable?
yeah.
Hmm.
But rankings, I haven't looked up. You kind of did a good job already of
we touched on a lot of them, so that's why I
yeah.
was kind of wondering if you were looking more player rankings. But yeah, I mean, I think the Bears will continue to see their overall team rankings go up. I think in pretty much every category. Defense is playing lights out, so if any of them were to slip a little bit, maybe a little bit there, just for the fact that they're just playing out of their minds right now. Let's hope that I'm wrong and they stay, top 3 or 4 defensives in the league. They'll need it for this division. They still got 2 with the Packers left. They still got 1 with the Lions left. And if they're coming in thinking where we're thinking that they might be, especially those Packers and Lions games, those are going to be really meaningful games. I don't know if I'm ready to say that the Bears will be fighting for the division, but it's, the playoff wild card for sure. It's probably going to be one of those things where our division's going to continue to beat up on each other. It's one of the best divisions in the league right now in terms of
It sure
wins.
is. Yep.
I got to think that the Vikings are going to get their shit together at some point. They're going through a tough time with Carson Wentz, but JJ, I think, is soon to come back. Not that I think that JJ is going to be the answer there, but definitely better than what Wentz is doing. That poor guy looked like he wanted to fucking pick up his ball and go home last week after getting his ass kicked. So,
I mean, over here on the right side of the screen is the standings in the NFC North. I mean, Minnesota's still really not. They're sitting at 3-4, so they're not nowhere near as like the gutter. We're just right there. I mean, but the top three, Green Bay, Detroit, and Chicago, man, is looking.
How nice is it not to see us on the bottom, huh?
For once, yeah, man.
Yeah.
The Ben Johnson effect, baby.
Mm-hmm. And here I thought that tie was going to affect Green Bay in the negative way, but
it may later on.
Yeah, I think it will. It always seems like ties do. Rarely do you see the tie benefit somebody.
Yeah.
So
that one's going to come back to bite them at the end of the season, man. If we're in some sort of tie with them or some shit for a wild card, that tie is going to fucking hurt them.
Yep.
And I'm here for it.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking up. I wanted to see Caleb's where he ranks in the league, and it's not great, unfortunately.
No, especially after last week's dud.
I mean, we're talking.
But he could get back on track here, man.
So, and I'm really hoping that he does. Just because I want the kid to succeed. Obviously, he's our quarterback, and I want him to do well. But he's 21st in yards. He's tied for 18th in touchdowns. He's tied for 41st in interceptions, which is great. But it's that QBR, man.
Yeah, it's those incompletions.
Yeah,
killing them.
Killing them. When you said and I'm sure it's one of Ben Johnson's talking points, is dude, hit the layup, buddy. Hit the layup. What did he say? How's the saying go? You'll never go broke if you just take the freebies or some shit like that. I'm fucking it up, but
close enough. I've never heard of it, so I'll smile and nod. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, something like
freebies
that.
Are good. Yeah.
Yeah. If you keep just taking the layups, that'll improve that.
Mm-hmm. You want to get into some keys of the game?
Keys to the game.
All right, let's go. All right, so I went first last time. You want me to go first again, or sounds like you got some queued up here too?
No, Pop, you can start us off.
All right, man. All right. Number one, and we've talked about it for most of the show, stop Derrick Henry. Maybe not stop, contain Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that the Bears need to get Caleb on track early. I think the opening script needs to get him on track early. And I'm not saying throwing bubble screens and slip screens and all that other BS. I don't think the Bears need to do that like they've had in years past to get a QB going. I think for Caleb to get going, they need maybe a design run or two, maybe some intermediate throws, 8 to 10 yards on a crosser where they scheme guys open. Because if he starts feeling it early, I think that bodes well for us for the rest of the game. Red zone offense.
Oh, that's
got to get touchdowns instead of field goals. I enjoy points as much as the next guy, but I like 6 points at a time a lot better than 3 points. Whether it comes off of a turnover or a drive, we got to get better in the red zone. And with the run game, that should help us quite a bit.
Yeah.
Not only can you pound the rock, and we saw it last week with a couple rushing touchdowns, but it should also be able to open up the pass game. right? We don't need to score a passing touchdown all the time for 30 yards out. I'm okay 10 yards and then throwing the ball.
Right.
Especially with Caleb, he's shown that he takes care of the football. He doesn't throw a ton of picks. He's only got 3, right?
Yep.
41st or whatever for that guy. So
Yeah. He's smart with the football. You can trust
yeah,
it.
he doesn't seem to put it on the ground a whole lot. Last week kind of looked a little bit different because Dahlman and him seemed to have the yips. But I'm sure after this week's of practice, we're not going to see any yips. I have a feeling Ben Johnson cracked the whip for the yips and got it fixed. Right? With the secondary being so banged up, the D line's got to show. If we want to win this game, normally I'm an offensive line guy, so this is a big step for me. D line's got to show. Okay. Yes, the Bears got to continue to run the ball, but they've shown it consistently over the last 2 weeks. So for me, the D line, the other side of the trenches, has to show we got to protect these DBs a little bit.
Absolutely.
Huntley can't be running around there for 3-4 seconds, letting defenses break down. That's a recipe for disaster. I got tons of keys of the game this week. Normally I try to keep it to 4, but so much going on. We talked about it before. Keep the penalties down. Please keep. Even if we go from 10 to 5, that's a huge difference. I'm not sitting here saying that the Bears got to go penalty free.
Right.
We know that's not going to happen.
No.
But keep those pre-snap penalties down. Keep them on the defensive side. It seems like they can overcome those a little bit easier than the offense.
Correct.
And if they're aggressive penalties, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. Like you said, the defense kind of recoups better on the penalties than the offense does, because they absolutely drive killers on the offense. If we're getting offensive penalties, pre-snap penalties, that it kills the drive, kills them. So great point.
Those are my keys to the game. Yeah, a lot of it seems pretty straightforward, but they gotta get some things fixed, and those penalties have to be at the top of the list. Yeah. And with that many veteran players and coaches, I gotta think that they're harping on it constantly. So
yeah. Well, to piggyback off your defensive line play, needing to be stepped up a little bit, make the Ravens one-dimensional. So stop Derrick Henry. Stop Derrick Henry. That's the mantra. Make the backup quarterback, the third string quarterback, make him beat you. So contain Derrick Henry as best you can. And then, of course, through situational football, third downs, and you want to play more of coverage. Say you get him in a 3rd and long. Well, then, right. You can tighten down and play zone, whatever defense Dennis Allen runs. But that's when you can take advantage maybe of the young quarterback making a not young, 3rd string quarterback make mistakes and get those turnovers from him there. But it's going to come down to the defensive front, the trenches. It's gonna, the Bears' success today is gonna ride or die on those guys' performance today, and they really gotta ramp up today because Derrick Henry's no cookie. He's a fucking mountain of a man that requires gang tackling. It doesn't matter how hard you hit him, the guy keeps popping up and running hard. So populate the ball, contain Derrick Henry. That's one key. Now on the offensive side, definitely keep running the football. It's working. Nobody can stop it. And then if the run game's getting success, then you got to be able to get Caleb to get some throws downfield. Like, we have to score touchdowns, as you mentioned. I know I'm piggybacking off you, but we have to start scoring touchdowns, especially on the turnovers. If we get turnovers, you need 7. These close games, it's unnecessary. Like, we should be blowing teams out, but we have to score. And to your point about the red zone efficiency, fucking run the ball. Just run the ball in the red zone if you need to. You don't always have to throw it for a touchdown. You could just feed your two-headed dragon and feed them and run in for a touchdown. But we need 7 points. We're going to need that today because I kind of don't know what to expect from this Ravens offense. Maybe it's a fucking track meet today. I don't know. We have depleted secondary. We could be in a fucking track meet today. So,
Yeah.
What, you got anything to add? More keys?
No, I think between that, you and I obviously are very aligned on the defensive line. Based off of the injuries that we have, we know that's where it's got to be. And I'm sure Dennis Allen has told those guys, that room, that they're the key to the game.
Right.
Get nasty. I don't know if the Bears are going to bring a ton of pressure. Just because that secondary is so banged up. I don't want to say, they're going to get exposed, but I'm curious to see how these guys are going to play. And if the D-line can make it to where they only have to cover for 2.5 seconds versus 3.5, in my book, that's a recipe for success for that defense and being able to contain them. So let's hope that they continue to ride that momentum. I do think turnovers are going to be the key, especially early on, just to get some of that momentum because they're on the road. If it was at home, I don't think I would feel as uneasy about this game, even if they're going up against the backup quarterback, versus the fact that they're on the road today. And Baltimore's a tough place to play. They have good coaching. We talked about it earlier. And they're backed into a corner, man. But these are the type of games that, like we talked about before, it could be a statement for the Bears.
Absolutely.
They're going against this team that's beat up, wounded, and they still took care of business, even though that they're a 1.5-point dog. And if that's not enough motivation, that tells you what the national pundits and Vegas thinks about you. They think that this 4-game winning streak isn't as impressive as what we might think it is.
That's what it feels like. It feels like Vegas is saying our 4-game win streak is fraudulent.
Yeah, and then it's 2.5 points. I get it. Home teams get 3 points, so it's
Just
a push.
home. Yeah.
But the fact that it's still a coin flip game with a backup quarterback, a 1-5 team going against 4-2, how is that not bulletin board material? If I'm Ben Johnson, and I'm sure these guys took the same stance that I'm taking here, how is that not motivation all freaking week?
Mm-hmm.
And especially in these last few days when Lamar's going to be out and you're still a dog.
Yeah. Or how concerned were the Ravens really about keeping that a secret? Oh, yeah, he's full participant. Oh, wait, shit. Did we say full participant? Sorry. We actually meant he was out there and he was limited. But you said
Psych.
full on the report.
Right.
Yeah. So they might be a little worried that where gamesmanship is taken a little bit too far. But he's a hardball, so we know how they operate. It's fine. So today's conditions in Baltimore are going to be 58 degrees with 10% chance of rain. So basically 0. So 58 degrees, wind is 1 mile per hour. So an ideal great day for football. Any final scores, predictions?
Well, you guys hopefully are typing in the chat. My score prediction, over under is 44.5. I'm going to take the over. Bears win 25-20. I like that 25-point total for the Bears for some reason. Maybe they showed it to me before.
It is their season average. So, wow. I'm kind of expecting oh, nice. We got somebody nice. I like it. True Patriot Tommy. 24-17 Bears.
Bears.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm expecting a high scoring affair. I really think Caleb's going to flash today, and then with our depleted secondary, I think Tyler Huntley's going to be able to take advantage a little bit. So I'm gonna take the over as well, but I'm gonna
Bear
go
down, baby.
28-24 Bears.
Okay.
Oh,
So the field goal kicker gets a rest today. Speaking of the field goal kicker, we didn't even talk about him.
yeah,
Cairo Santos is back in.
Cairo's back. Oh my word.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
And that's it, folks.
Yeah.
Cairo's back.
Cairo's back.
Like, what do we?
Cairo's back.
I'm trying to think of words of like.
It's the kicker. Who
Could
gives
you
a
not have
shit?
just let him rest another week? Just go ahead and sit this one out. We're still riding Moody. Because
Right.
I tell you what, if Cairo today, if you fucking miss an extra point or a field goal, oh shit, is the Bears fandom going to be losing their minds?
You know who's going to be in front of leading that charge?
You.
This guy. I've expressed how I feel about Cairo Santos.
Well, just because of the noodle leg?
The noodle leg, yeah.
Yeah. He can't kick a ball out of bounds on the kickoff. That's a problem.
I'm in a good mood, man. I don't want to talk about Cairo Santos.
Well, he's playing, so we forgot to talk about the kickers he's playing, and
that's how
we
much
brought
I
it
care
up. Now
about
that's
Cairo
it.
Santos. Yeah, he's in. Next.
So basically, another key to the game then is just win in such a dominant fashion that it won't have to boil down to this motherfucker having to kick a game winner field goal.
Yes,
because it's true Patriot Tommy says 53-yard max range. That's exactly. So let's just win by total dominance so that if he does miss one, we're like, it doesn't matter. We're up 17 points anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job,
Cairo Santos.
53 max range. Yeah, but he's solid.
Okay? He's accurate. I'll give him that. But
on a good day, 53
with a good tailwind, absolutely.
But he's got a high percentage of making the field goal at that 53-yard range. Though as much as I wanted to hate on him, I had to do the research and look it up. He is pretty clutch, but yeah, just in terms of range. Oh, right, exactly. Automatic from inside the 45, right.
I still can't get over he let the Packers block one, though, man. That's like an unforgivable sin for me. We could have swept those fucking bastards last year.
Right.
And we were Santos blocked field goal away from doing it. Anyway.
Yeah. He's got a low trajectory.
Right. And Moody had one blocked. Okay, I'll give you that too. And he's had a few blocked in San Francisco.
Yeah, he had apparently, right, they let him go because he had a bad case of the yips. Shaking them and shit.
Yeah, there was a little bit more to that. As I was doing my homework, I read something that like a team member attacked Moody. Actually, it was Deebo Samuel on the sideline.
Really?
Once I started talking about it, I remember, they caught it. And like Deebo went up and like choke slammed him or went to choke slam and like choked him. What? And nothing happened to Deebo and all this and that. And I think that's when, he was no longer kind of welcome in San Fran. Well, they got rid of Deebo. They also got rid of Moody this year as well. But I mean, tough to play for a coach that doesn't stick up for you, even though your star player comes over and chokes you. And I don't even know if I would consider Deebo a star player last year, but I mean, he has the name behind him. But that was, now that I think about that, I thought it was a locker room thing. But as we were talking it out, I remember Deebo going up to him.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Check this out.
All right. Did you find some video?
I
I know it's
did.
out there because I saw it live. I was watching that game.
Holy crap. Check this out. That's this.
I'm loving it.
Here we go. Check this out.
Yeah. Oh, damn, he punched him?
Oh, he was actually hitting.
No, he was going
That
for
was a
Moody. And
that
Snapper
was a
just,
twofer.
yeah.
He was
Long
hit the
Snapper took it for him.
long snapper and Moody took a shot. Jeez Louise, man.
Yeah. Good teammate there. Walk up and punch your kicker. Be like everybody else. You don't even talk to the kicker. Let him
Right.
just do his thing.
Yeah.
Like the Bears said, the first time they met the guy was when he was on the sideline for his first active game. That was the first time I talked to him.
Got to keep Moody off the ZA, off the ZA.
Off the pizza. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a gut.
But see, it's that's what makes the ball drive so
Right.
far when he
It's got
kicks
some
it.
a little bit of weight behind it. Yeah.
Putting weight behind it. Exactly. Give him
He's a
some
Midwestern kid, so
Giordano's.
he knows how to eat.
Yes.
He's not eating avocado toast for breakfast. You know, he's
like the California kickers.
right.
He's a
He's eating a
Midwest
piece of
boy.
chocolate cake and some mac and cheese.
A big beef with a
Yeah.
chocolate cake
Well,
shake.
Welcome to Chicago. Here's a breaded steak sandwich.
Yeah,
But
it's putting some weight behind his kicks. Thank you, True Patriot Tommy. Thank you, man.
thanks for the participation, man. Love the comments. So let's get a few more, you guys, as we move forward here. So
yeah, anybody else want to comment their totals? I'm going to show up somebody in the chat. Is True Patriot Tommy chime in at 24-17 Bears? I'll take that.
mm-hmm.
It won't have to be the 28-24 I said. I want the 4 extra points. I'd actually like to see us hit 30, but I mean, they're playing the Ravens and they're going to be prepared for this game. So
Yeah.
Not this week. Next week against the Bengals, though, I want 30. But we'll
30, I think we should be talking 40. But let's not take all of our thunder for next week.
Man. Yeah, I'm getting amped. I'm getting excited.
Hour and 10 from kickoff. Any early games today? I don't think there was. No international games.
Oh, no? Okay.
Let's recap the slate before we wrap this sucker up, huh?
Yeah.
So we got the early window. We got Miami and Atlanta. Who cares?
Ooh, Atlanta.
Kirk Cousins getting the start in Atlanta.
Wait, what?
Penix is down. He's hurt.
I'm going to take Atlanta on that one.
Is this the Cousins last swan song? I think so. I don't think we're going to see Kirk Cousins in the league next year.
Agreed.
Chicago, Baltimore. I think we've talked about that game a little bit.
We touched on it a little.
Yes. Buffalo, Carolina. Both teams 4 wins. Buffalo 4-2. Carolina 4-3.
What the fuck?
It's a good thing that we traded the picks. You're welcome, Carolina, for Bryce Young.
Yeah, you're welcome. See how it's all turned out? You're
4-3. Good job.
Everything came up roses.
And we're stuck with DJ Moore, Caleb Williams, and Roman Dunze. Yeah. Okay.
We really bid it on that deal. I'm going to take Buffalo.
Agreed. Same. I think we're going to see Josh Allen bust out. I think he's been a little quiet. I think he's pissed off. The guy seems way too happy, especially on Hard Knocks. Nobody's that goofy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Show me that mean side. Jets and Bengals. Ugh.
With Justin Fields getting the start.
Yep, Justin Fields getting the nod.
I'm going to take the Jets on this one.
You think they're going to get off the schneid?
They're going to get their first win because Justin says, you know what, I'm going to guess 150 yards on the ground. I almost said 200. But I'm going to say
if he throws the ball more than 5 times, the Jets lose.
Okay, that's fair because he's going to rush for 150, maybe 2 touchdowns, and they're going to come out of there with the win.
Aaron Glenn, former Detroit defensive coordinator,
Yep.
did not have a good week in the media. I'm sure you saw some of the clips when they were
No.
talking about quarterbacks. I'm not going to answer your question because I don't want to. A
Ooh,
lot of people
no.
are saying if the Jets lose this week, Glenn might be done.
Yeah. 1
Yeah.
and done?
8 and 0-8, and you're out. We'll see. I don't know. It's the Jets.
Justin's
So
going to save him 1 more week.
yeah. San Fran versus Houston.
Ooh, San Fran's been playing some pretty awful football.
Yeah, but they're 5-2. Mac Jones has been
That's not.
carrying that team a little bit.
I thought they've been losing their ass. 5-2.
No,
Oh,
5-2.
well, that changes my pick.
They lost last week, I think. Houston 2-4. CJ Stroud now in his junior slump. Sophomore was terrible.
Maybe that's who I think is playing terrible football.
Yeah.
Is the
Houston.
Texans with CJ Stroud. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Taking the Niners.
Okay. Cleveland, New England. New England 5-2, leading that division.
Yeah, playing out of their minds too. I'm taking New England there.
Okay. You don't think Dylan Gabriel can lead the Browns?
I don't know. He's showing lots of flashes, but I just don't think he's going to get over the hump. Not today.
I think Dylan Gabriel goes down and we get a Shedeur Sanders sighting.
Ooh.
Mr. Draft Slide himself.
Golly, man.
Another interesting early game, even though the records might not say it. Giants at Philly. Giants 2-5, Philly 5-2. The big story coming out of New York, you got the Dart and Scatterboo connection.
Yeah.
Or duo, tandem, whatever. First, those guys just look like they have a lot of fun playing football. You've seen like their videos where they're like swagging around on the end zone and stuff. Those two dudes look like they're still in college, enjoying it.
Which is cool, right? You want to kind of have that energy. That's a good, nice foundation for your franchise. I saw Scatterboo got the fucking grill work done, man. That motherfucker, if he doesn't get a second contract, he's going to be dead ass broke.
Yeah. Yeah. He's saying he's a little loose with his cash.
Apparently, he was showing like the bling in his ears. Mm-hmm. He had the diamonds, his teeth encrusted in diamonds, and I'm like, all right.
The guy's in New York, and he's become an overnight sensation, so I'm sure he's getting a few advertisement bucks, a few endorsement deals.
Endorsement deals, sure. Okay.
I'll do this Subway commercial for a new set of teeth, a new grill.
A new grill. I'll do the Subway commercial.
No doubt. I kind of wish that this game was in the late window because I kind of want to watch the Giants and prep for further on down the road. But let's hope that
play them.
Yeah, Philly kind of beats them up a little bit. I wouldn't mind that.
Because
Because that's another one of those games that scare me. I don't know why, but it makes me nervous.
Because it's a trap game.
Right.
And you have PTSD from being a Bears fan.
That's what it is. That's 100% accurate.
That's what that I know because I'm paddling in the same boat with you there.
Right. We could be 13-1 going against a 1-13 team and be like, "Ooh, I don't know. I think the Bears might squeak this out by a point."
Yeah, don't want to sleep on this one. But I'm taking the Eagles over the Giants. Faux show.
Tampa Bay versus New Orleans, the Bake Show. New Orleans always plays Tampa Bay tough, no matter who the quarterback is.
True,
and there is a lot of bad blood in that game.
And the Bucks look like absolute frauds against the Lions last week. So I'm still taking the Bucks for them to bounce back because the Saints are just awful.
Mm-hmm.
But man, did they really let us down against the Lions, didn't they? Fuck.
Yeah. Just no show. Thank you. Thank you,
yeah,
Parker.
Absolute no show. I went to bed. I was like, fuck this. What else we got?
We got Dallas at Denver. I think that's going to be a good game.
That might not be a bad game. I think I'm going to join you on that one. Yeah, that's a good one there. I don't know who to pick on this one because they're both Dallas is springing back into playing football, and the Broncos have been pretty consistently playing good football. So I'm
Dallas
going to take
does
the
have
Broncos.
that E factor, as I'll call it. So yeah, I'm taking the Broncos too because I think the E factor is just too great for Dallas to overcome.
Yeah. Tonight's game.
Indy at Tennessee. Indy's
Oh, we're not there yet.
that's
Titans,
not going to be
Colts.
yeah. Colts 6-1, best team in the league
Yeah, against the worst
for
team in the league.
pundits. Yeah. Well, Jets, I would say, are the worst, but
What's the spread on that?
I
Fucking
don't know.
14.5.
Right. It might be double digit. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 10. But Sunday night or tonight, I'm actually looking forward to this game.
Yeah, I am there for this one. Oh,
Green Bay at Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers, I fucking hated you for so long, but we need you tonight, buddy. Revenge game.
Yeah.
Become the fourth quarterback to beat 32 teams. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, is that a mile marker tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, because he's never
become the fourth one. Yep.
Okay.
So I think the other ones, Ben Roethlisberger. No, he beat 31. Alex Smith was one of them.
Alex Smith.
Yeah, he beat all 32 teams.
He beat all 32 teams?
Right? That's why I can remember his name. I can't. Fran Tarkington, I know, did it back in the day, but that was back when I think there was 26 NFL teams or 28.
Damn.
Boy, the other names are escaping me.
I didn't think he was in the league that long to have even.
Well, he played for. He was drafted by the Niners, and then he played for the Chiefs. He played
Kansas
for
City,
Washington.
Right? Oh,
right. Washington's where he got his leg jacked up.
That's right.
So yeah, there's only been a handful that have done it. I think 7 QBs have beaten 31 teams, with Roethlisberger being towards the top of that. But I think I can't type and talk. This is very obvious right now. I'm rambling. Just pulling this up real quick. Brett Favre, Peyton. How did I forget Brett Favre and Peyton Manning?
So that was one of my guesses. I was like, is Brett Favre in there? But okay, yeah, and Peyton Manning.
So I lied to you guys. It wasn't Alex Smith. I think Alex Smith was a 31 team. Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and Tom Brady have all beat all 32 teams.
Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks right there.
Yeah, no surprise. And Aaron Rodgers can be the asterisk, I guess, on that Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
I guess there's already one Green Bay quarterback on there, so.
That's going to be tough, though. It's not going to be an easy win for them tonight.
No. Green Bay's got just as much motivation to beat Rodgers as Rodgers has for beating him.
I just think they're a better team than the Steelers, too. I mean.
Yeah. I think the Steelers are going to have trouble keeping them off of the scoreboard.
Yep.
But Pittsburgh's at home. That's what gives me the hope here. DK Metcalf needs to just go crazy.
Yeah. And Aaron Rodgers needs to pull out everything from his bag of tricks.
Yep.
Everything. And I hope that he does.
Yeah, you and me both, brother. Come on. It almost pains me to say that I'm rooting for Aaron Rodgers, but what the hell? He's out of the division now.
He's out.
I met the guy in person back in the day before he started going on these dark retreats and stuff. He was a pretty nice guy, pretty personable.
Before all the ayahuasca.
Yeah, exactly. Before he just started tripping balls nonstop.
I actually, that's when it changed for me. That's when I started liking him. Because I was like, wait a minute, you're going to fucking Peru and tripping balls with some shaman in a rainforest? I fucking like this guy.
I'm in.
Shit.
Where's my invite?
Yeah, he started getting all this weird esoteric tattoos on his arm, and I was like, okay, I dig it. I dig it, Aaron. I dig it.
And then the final game, Monday Nighter, Washington at Kansas City. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
with
sure Jaden Daniels is down for that one. I
he's
think.
out. Yep, he's out. Yep. Again, that bad juju has been now transferred back
Yes.
to Washington. Take that, you Commanders
Yeah.
assholes. There you go.
No better team to give it back to. And
Yeah,
seeing how they gave it to us last year.
they gave it to us. Yeah, they
Yeah.
passed it to us, and then we've been again sacrificing goats at Soldier Field.
Yeah. So
Now they've got it back. So yeah, good Chiefs
now
are gonna.
Jaden Daniels could smile on the sideline. I know he's your favorite player, by the way.
If I do watch that game tomorrow, I do want to see how many times they show him and how much is he. How much is
Smiling.
all this? Oh
Hopefully they're
yeah,
down by like 32 and he's just kind of mean mugging on the sideline.
yeah.
So Marcus Mariota gets the start for the Commanders. Though he did pretty good, and I
Oh,
think he went 1-1 in the previous 2 starts for him.
yeah.
But Kansas City, man, we talked about it. I got a soft spot in my heart for Kansas City. But man, that win that they got 2 weeks ago really turned around their season. They came
Yeah.
out and curb stomped the Raiders last week, 31-0.
Yeah.
And their offense looks completely different with Rice back.
Yes. Yeah. That was huge
Like,
getting him back for them.
they look like they could be one of those teams that can make a run again. If you guys didn't get them early, shame on you because they're going to be tough. Tough down the
Yep.
stretch. They get, I think they still have the Broncos twice, which that's one of the big rivalries. They still have the Chargers, and they got Vegas again. But we'll see. We might be seeing the Chiefs back in the playoffs again this year, and a lot of people didn't think that was going to happen.
Yeah, the way that their season started out, I was thinking that too. I go, uh-oh. But don't panic because the Chiefs do this from time to time. They'll start off a little rough, and it's like, uh-oh, could this be the – no, this can't be the – no. They're going to be in the playoffs,
They're
and
still the
that's
gold
all they
standard.
need. Yeah, and that's
they
all
still
they
have
need.
Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. They'll be okay.
Yeah, they are that team that just need to punch their ticket, and once they're in the playoffs, they'll just steamroll you all the way to the Super Bowl.
Who do you got early season MVP in your book right now? Season word ended today. Yeah. Who's league MVP?
Wow. Wow.
You gonna say Daniel Jones? You gonna be that brave? Danny Dimes?
He's in the talks, but no. But he's in the conversation because he is playing out of his mind.
Go Baker?
Yeah, so I think I would go Baker.
Okay.
Even despite, them not beating Detroit. I mean, it's Detroit, so yeah, Baker, man. You?
I'm following you on that one. I think Baker is clearly, if you take Baker off of that team's completely different.
Yep.
I mean, he's the engine that makes that team go. So I agree. I think right now it'd be Baker. We'll see where we end up. Maybe in a few weeks we'll kind of revisit the topic, but yeah, let's see where we're at.
Well, I mean, he gets the Saints, so he'll get right back on that horse, and then Danny Dimes out in Indy, they play the Titans, so he's also going to be fucking balling out of control. Oh man,
I can't think of any real position player. Last year we had the Saquon debate where he was just tearing it up, but you talked about him a little bit earlier, maybe Jonathan Taylor. I don't think he's not having that Saquon type of season to where you would consider him. It's still a quarterback award.
Yeah.
I mean, even with the season that Saquon had, Josh Allen still won it last year.
Yeah.
Allen's not looking the part yet. I mean, if Kansas City starts ripping off wins and Mahomes is 300, 2 to 3 touchdowns a week, there's always that factor, even though, he hadn't shown it the last few years, but just kind of looking through, man, I think on a 1-6 team after today, Lamar's not going to be considered.
No.
So, yeah, I don't know.
So yeah,
It's the NFL though, so who knows?
Yeah,
and I
it'll
love
change.
it. I love it for it. Mm-hmm.
But your question was if the season ended today. Yeah, Baker.
Yeah.
But we still got a lot of football left to play, so we'll see if the Bucs can sustain that. I'm ready.
Again, man.
You guys ready? You guys ready out there? Come on, now there's 50 of you in here.
Let's throw out a few more predictions for the Bears today, guys.
Yeah, somebody in the chat, Patriot Tommy, already told us his guess. Anybody else out there want to give us
24-17. I'm going 25-20 Bears. 28. What'd you say? 2020. Yep. Bears.
Bears. Hey, if you're a Ravens fan in here, give us your Ravens score. I'm not going to lash out at you.
No, we'll just block you without you knowing it. So
we won't do that. Everybody's welcome here.
Won't. Yes, everybody's
until
welcome.
You act fucking crazy. Then we'll.
We just value other people's opinions more than others.
But yeah, we'll only be on a couple more minutes. You guys, we let you all go so you can go watch other pregame. Now the actual pregame shows happen on Fox.
Get your snacks ready. Get your, dips ready, whatever you're going to do.
Yep. Get the family in the front room. Get everybody rounded up if that's what you do.
Or push them out of the house if that's you.
That Maya says, go to your fucking rooms. You don't want to be down here for this.
Right.
The ugly man's walking in.
Mm-hmm. The Bears start at noon, at least Central.
All right. That's fine, y'all. Be quiet then.
Silence is golden, right? Maybe not in this case.
That is it. All right. Well, we'll sign out of here. We'll get ready for the game, and everybody bear down. Hang in there. I guess we'll see you probably all on Twitter. I'll be up and down Twitter all during the game as well. So, give us a follow. That's our handles under our beautiful faces there. If you follow us on Twitter, give us a follow. We'll follow you back. We'll start a whole little ecosystem, okay? But you guys have a good game. Bear down. Be safe. Have fun.
Enjoy. Let's hope that we're talking about another victory come Thursday.
That's right.
Let's do it, man. Bear down,
all right,
baby.
Y'all. Peace.
Peace.